guys. How are you? How is everyone doing this evening or this early evening? I'm back as promised. So, we're going to discuss the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. Crystal was last seen July 3rd, 2015. So, I am, as I said earlier, this is not going to be something that we can discuss all at one time. The FBI is now involved with the case and they've been doing a lot of searches. Um, okay, so I just got your message, Mod 161. So we're going to do this in a three-part series and probably ongoing until there is some resolution to her case. But um, I wanted to get started. I know you guys have things that you have to do, and I'm glad you're all here. So I was going to try to wait for a little bit, but I'm going to play you um, just a little video on her disappearance, what was being reported in the news. Hi, Granny. I know it is late there. I know it's late there, and I'm so sorry. So we have Big Bad Wolf in the house. We have Granny. We have Emil, Susan, Dorit, Tina. Let's see. I think I said sweet but kind of sassy again. Granny. Susan, of course, is in the house. Thank you, Susan, for being here. Um, I'm going through real quick to make sure I haven't missed anybody, but we're going to get started. My 361 is in here. Of course, you're here. I just said I saw your message. So, well, it started without me. So let me just pause this. Let me turn this volume off. I had it keyed to set to start. Hold on a second, guys. All right, let me get this set for you guys so you can see it. There's a full screen right there. And let's see, let's get started.
And fought for answers. I'm gonna get those. Missing for 5 years, her family has searched, prayed, and fought for answers. I'm gonna get those answers one day. Last seen alive on July 3rd of 2015. Family says Roger's cousin saw her walking out of Walmart, and then she spent the night with her boyfriend, Brooks Houck. Houck told police they were at his mom's farm, feeding the cows, and then they went home. He says he went to bed.
So you go to bed, she stays up. What's she doing? She's just on her phone, playing. I don't know what game she's on.
Okay, so we're going to get back to Brooks' questioning, but this is Crystal Rogers. Crystal had, well, she had 5 kids, okay? She was last seen, as you heard, on July 3rd, 2015. Her family and friends tried reaching her for 2 days and they could not locate her at all. They weren't able to locate her. So on July 4th, Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard, filed a missing persons report with law enforcement on, and this wasn't, I'm sorry, July 5th, she filed it. It was 2 days after because they had been trying to get in touch with her for 2 days. Now, she had 5 kids. Her youngest child was with her then boyfriend, Brooks, Houck, or Houck, however you pronounce his name. The Nelson County Sheriff's Office held a conference the next day, which would be July. She filed it July 4th, July 5th. I'm so sorry, my dates are all cracked up in my head. So they held a news conference declaring Crystal a missing person. They said that Crystal's boyfriend was the last person to see her alive. They were at the family farm the night of July 3rd. And he said at that time that Brooks was being fully cooperative. Okay. He was being cooperative with the police department. On July 5th, yes, July 5th, um, Crystal's car was found. She drove a Chevy Impala. It was found with a flat tire. Her keys was there. Her cell phone and her purse were inside of the car. It was found abandoned. Everybody's heard on a Bluegrass Parkway in Bardstown, Kentucky. It was a family member that found her car, and it was at mile marker 14. So July 6th, her family announced a $25,000 reward. But I just want to say something about that car also. Months later, this was after her father, well, almost a year later, her car went a special team that was hired by her family, her mother and her brother. They took the car from impound. They did all this testing. They said they had found blood stains in her trunk. They cut out that piece, and when they did the DNA and everything, they could not come up with a positive match. So it came back as a negative. So it wasn't blood. They don't know what it was, but it could have been a little degraded. And at this time, Crystal's dad was still alive. And let me just show you Tommy Ballard's picture, because this man he was searching everywhere for his daughter. He looked high and low to try to locate his daughter. And I think any parent, I know any parent would do the same thing for their child. So let me see. Tommy. Hold on. Let me take my. That is Crystal's father. Okay. So at the time of her disappearance, he was moving heaven and earth to try to find her. He had started his own investigation to locate his daughter, and the brother, the mother, everyone, the family. But you know who wasn't involved in the search for Crystal? Brooks. None of his family members were involved. Brooks was not involved in the search. No one was helping to look for Crystal at all. So this is a small town, Bardstown, and someone was in the chat earlier and told me they were from there. Hi, Katie. Hi, Alexandria. I didn't see you come in. Hi, Tina Elaine. Hi, Big Bad Wolves 4. Hi, Stacy. Welcome, guys. So we're going to get to Brooks's interview with the police department, because he had a lot to say and then not so much to say. But what he was saying to me, I want you to tell me if what he is saying makes any sense to you. So let me just get to Brooks' interview on this so we can listen to what he has to say. Hold on, guys. Let me get it. There it is. I have it keyed. I have everything ready to go for you guys. Let's make sure the volume is right. It's good to go. Okay, here we go.
Brooks Houck answered the detective's questions.
What do you think happened? I'm shocked. I do not know.
Days after his girlfriend was reported missing, he told the detective he last saw Crystal after a night at his mom's farm. It was late, and they were at the home they shared.
That's a beautiful little boy.
Brooks said he couldn't explain how her car ended up on the side of the Bluegrass Parkway.
I guess the biggest problem that I have is that most women are not going to walk away from their purse and their cell phone.
And that's lead detective John
Brooks
Smith.
answered questions, and then he answered his phone.
Can I get this? Sure.
It was Brooks' brother on the other end, Bardstown police officer Nick Houck.
I know you told me innocent people got jammed up, but if you're telling me to leave, I'll get up and leave. If you want me.
And then the interview was over. Taking his brother's advice, Brooks left the interrogation room.
They kind of injected himself.
Okay, so we see that his brother calls and he just ups and leaves. So as you heard, his brother Nick was a Bardstown police officer. He was a part of Nelson County. So at that time, Brooke himself was questioned. So on July 6th, the family announced the $25,000 reward. So after that, he leaves, he's up, he's being questioned, and then he leaves after his brother calls. So his brother's telling him, according to him, that he doesn't need to answer any of their questions. Now, if that's your loved one that's gone missing, no one knows where she is, why would your brother, who's a police officer who's sworn to protect and serve the community, actually just go in and say, hey, you don't have to answer their questions? So as I said, Brooke said last time he saw her, he said they got home around midnight from the family farm. She was up on her phone. She was playing a game. He said he woke up on July 4th and she was not there. But he also said he wasn't worried about her. He said he wasn't worried about her. On July 10th, Nelson County Sheriff's Department issued a search warrant at the Houck family farm. And I pulled that picture also. So let me just show you this. They went on a search, and this is a massive farm. And hold on a second. Let me pull myself down. But that is the Nelson family farm. This place is huge. So they were there. Let's see what is going on. Hi, crazy cat mama. So what do you guys think about Brooks just getting up and leaving his interview? What do you think about that? Because his brother called him and told him, hey, you don't have to answer their questions. And, he's saying, well, I've heard a lot of times how innocent people, get tied up in things and how they're accused of doing things they had nothing to do with. Thank you, Granny. You would do everything in your power to help them to locate this missing person, especially say she is the mother of your child. That is your 2-year-old son's mother. And you're going to just get up and leave because your brother called, which was kind of weird that his brother called him in the middle of that interview. So I thought that was really, really. Hi, Zelda. Welcome. So the brother calls and he just ups and leaves the interrogation. Well, it wasn't interrogation. It was questioning. And the detective there, his name is John Snow. And when I was reading about his name, when I was watching a video and I saw his name, I said, okay, John Snow, like the Game of Thrones, which, it is not appropriate. But yeah, that's the way they spelled it. Jon, John Snow. So, but the interview, and then he just ups and leaves, and they think that's kind of weird. So on July 15th, Nick, the brother, the sheriff officer, was interviewed about, Crystal's disappearance. And then they asked him during this interview if he would take a polygraph test. He said yes. So guess what? They gave him a polygraph test, and then they go in to talk to him on July 24th about the results of this polygraph test. So and I'm telling you, this man was nasty. He was rude, and they're trying to figure out why. And the guy they had interviewing him, he didn't do any good. I think it was a waste of time because he was basically playing good cop by himself because there was no bad cop anywhere around. So let's just listen to this interview real quick. Not that one. I want to listen to Nick. Okay, I want to listen to Nick's.
Well, Nick, I've had a chance to review your charts on both tests. That first test, you did not pass the test. It was pretty clear to me that you had pretty good today. And the questions you're having a problem with are questions about Kristen. And in particular, one about whether or not you know where she I treat police officers in these circumstances.
Look how he's laid back like he has no care in the world. Look at him. Has his uniform on, but it's open. He's not dressed correctly. Look at that.
But again, I'm also going to tell you,
That bald head in the corner drives me nuts.
It's no longer a matter of wondering, do you know anything about what happened? We're past that. I got crystal clear with it. I give everybody a good, fair test. I'm no longer asking you if you know. You do. Now, what you want to do with that is entirely up to you. I'm going to yell and scream at you. You get the siblings, phone book, and all that. I'm talking to you man to man as a fellow law enforcement officer. That the time has come for you to think real hard about the rest of your life. This is you. I'm talking about Brooks or anybody else. And I'm telling you facts like I'm an old guy. I'm not trying to be your father figure here, but I'll tell you, doing this for 25 years, the way that this pans out. When the FBI gets involved in this investigation, I want you to listen to one thing. You don't have to say anything to me.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to get to the part where he just.
This is actually admissible in court. Things that you told us about where you were at various times are demonstrably not true. We can prove in front of a jury today that you were places that you said you weren't. That's just one example. Again, I'm not asking for, I'm telling you the facts of what happened. Believe whatever you want about what I'm telling you.
Look at him.
But I get paid to be truthful with people. Right? I'm here, my whole point today, when I'm doing a polygraph examination, I'm working for you.
Okay, so he's sitting there basically acting like he's talking to his best friend. Nick is sitting there laid back, shirt open, not a care in the world. And what did she say? It starts at the head of the fish. What? Yes, his body language. But this is his brother. So this is not Brooks. This is Nick, the cop. And I believe that too. I think he called his brother to help him. I really do believe that because the brother was stating his his discussion with this FBI agent was like 43 minutes. Not the FBI, with the polygraph examiner was like 43 minutes. And I put that link in the description. So let me just let you know that. Then he starts seriously when it gets heated. He tells them he don't give a bleep. And he said the F word. He don't give a fuck what fucking computer said, okay? I mean, he was really upset. He said, I'm telling you, I'm 100% honest. He's been 100% honest. And he had nothing to do with any of it. He just don't remember what happened that night where, well, they have phone calls that was going back and forth between him and his brother that night. They also took his patrol car and checked it. They checked the mileage. They went through it with a fine-tooth comb to see if Crystal was ever in his car. So what I'm assuming is the brother called. Something could have happened to her on that farm. I don't ever think that she left that farm myself. I don't think she left. I think something happened to her there. He called his brother to come help him. They did what they did. The brother drove the car and they had it going in an opposite direction. They left it there, left her purse and stuff there, hoping somebody would steal it because the keys were in it. He drove the brother home. And that's what I'm thinking happened to her. But again, it is my opinion. It is just speculation. I don't know. Thank you, Zelda. Yeah, I'm just like, so he had something to do with it because they even checked the mileage on his car. They told him that they knew he was lying. I'm trying to get that part. Let me see.
I've shown that. Look, one of the two things is either you know something, and it could be something relatively insignificant that you haven't told me.
I don't know anything. Absolutely nothing.
Well, then why would you be less than candid with me, with the other interview, and everything?
There's a reason for that.
That's what I'm saying. Explain that to me.
I had nothing to do with this, and I don't know anything about it.
No.
You know, just irritation. I mean, that just kind of worked its way into this.
Okay.
You know, I've been 100% honest.
Okay, well, that gets to, maybe that's it. Let me ask you that. All right, I'll give you that. When I ask you if you'd be less than candid, that is less than 100% truthful about it. You said you were irritated. Okay, which I understand. I would be too.
No, why would you be irritated?
Okay.
You're supposed to be help find your brother's girlfriend. Why would you be irritated?
Have I been accused of things I did do? Absolutely. And I've been irritated when I got accused of things I did do because I got caught. And then I got to face up to the consequences.
Okay, he's boring me. See, that could not be me questioning him at all. Hi, Dion. Yes, I think so too. I'm seriously disgusted with him because he's a cop and he is acting like, you know, they're telling him, they know he's lying. They know he's lying. And he is still saying that he doesn't know anything. Yeah, so he keeps saying he doesn't know anything, and we know he's lying. So after all of this, he was there for like 40 something minutes. So in August, so this happened in July. In August, Sherry and Tommy, Crystal's parents, they went to court to try to get custody of their 2-year-old grandson. I think his name is Eli, their 2-year-old grandson, Eli. They went to court to try to get custody of him. The first time they saw Brooks was in the court because, like I told you, Brooks was not cooperating. He was not helping to search for Crystal at all. Can you guys hold on 1 minute, please? Just give me a second. Yeah, so this all happened, and so my question is, he never even helped look for this woman. He was nonchalant, but he did get really nervous when they started searching the property. He got nervous when they were around that pond. And as we get further into this, probably the next one, we're going to break it down because you're going to see the cadaver dogs, how they went out there several times and they're hitting on that same spot all the time. And the dogs that they have out there, they have recovered numerous bodies in water and every place else. So they are trained to smell decomp. Yes, his arrogance. Yeah, he was disconnected. He really was. Nope, Scott didn't look either. Scott Peterson did not help. Well, he was at one vigil, wasn't he? He was at a vigil. He was at one of the vigils they held for her, but he did not help look for her. And what his excuse was, Scott Peterson's excuse was, he was asked not to participate because it would be too distracting. I don't know. The guy that owns EquiSearch here in Texas, he formed a group and he was out searching for his daughter every day. Hi, Ann, welcome. He was out searching every day. But he's saying the police, Scott Peterson said the police told him not to help search. Nobody that I've read or listened to, it's on Oxygen, it's on Peacock. You can find it all over YouTube. Nobody has told this man to stay away from the search. Her dad looked tirelessly for her. And this man, I mean, every waking day, he did his own investigation. He actually had a box of stuff that he had collected with notes. And we're going to get into that. That's going to be part 3, I think. We're going to see his investigation because you're going to find out, I guess you already know what happened to her dad. The child now, they were having, from what I found, they had a visitation with the child. Now, I don't know. What they said was weird was when they called Brooks to check on Crystal, Brooks had he had Eli with him, and they said that Brooke has never had Eli by himself. So that's what I found really strange. And but they said he would never have Brooks by himself. They also stated that um um so, well, she doesn't have, so I just looked again. So she had visitation, but yes, she did not have any rights. They did not give her custody of her grandson. So she did have visitation, but they did not give her any custody at all. I had to double check to make sure that I hadn't overlooked that, because I don't like to give you guys stuff that's not true. So I had to just go double check that. Hi, Barbie. So anyway, they said that when it came to the food, Crystal's mother said, when it came to the food, he would buy food for their child. He would not buy food for her other 4 kids. He did not like their other 4. He did not mess with her other kids. Yeah, it's called clickbait. Yes, he has one now with his girlfriend, and we're going to get to his girlfriend right now. Well, before we get out of here, because she was doing some shady stuff. But now, how do you be with a man that does not want to be around your other 4 kids? And this wasn't something new. This was before they even had their child. He did not accept her kids. He didn't accept them. So how do you be around someone that does not accept your kids? Yes, they said that she didn't have any rights, and I just double checked. They denied. I'm gonna tell you. They said after a long-fought custody battle, a Nelson County Circuit Court has denied Sherry Ballard the right. Oh, she doesn't even have rights to visit him anymore. She can't even visit her grandson anymore. Oh my God. So the issue of the following ruling was that there is no clear and convincing evidence significantly hostility exists between the Ballard family and the Houck family, such that it poses a significant risk of emotional harm to the child. Oh my God. Yep, they're saying that they cannot. Okay, they're saying that they cannot, she does not have any rights, not just custody, but she can't even visit her grandson because of the hostility that's between those 2 families. Oh my God. And what Crystal's mom is saying, that she feels that they're trying to erase. Oh my God, Ann, thank you for the super sticker. She said she feels that they're trying to erase her daughter's memory out of that little boy's life. But at 2 years old, how much do you remember? I know I remember a lot of stuff from my childhood. I really do. But how much stuff can you really remember at 2 years old? Yep. That's a Crocker, SHIT. I don't think they would tell this little boy, oh, look, here, I don't want you to go back to your daddy because he killed your mother. I don't think they would ever do that. I just think they want to hang on to a piece of their daughter. They said there was hostility between the 2 families because they named Brooke as their primary suspect, never arrested him. They have searched that family farm so many times. And as of this past month, August 2020, well, the FBI got involved in June. This is an ongoing case. They're planning on draining that pond or that lake, whatever you call it, that's on their property. We're going to get into it. But every time they went to search that farm, that it's been a problem. So I don't think that those 2 people would ever do anything to turn that little boy against his father at all. So on October 16th, okay, so in August, she lost the rights, not just custody, but visitation. She lost everything. So on October 16th, 3 months later, Nelson County declared or presumed that Crystal was dead. Now, let me just explain to you something. So even though law enforcement says she's dead, the state doesn't say that. She would have to be missing for 7 years. I looked it up. A lot of states is 7 years, and that includes Kentucky, where she can be declared legally dead unless a body is found. Now, if you find the body, she's dead, but the body has never been found. So you have to do a 7-year period. So Crystal disappeared in 2015. So July 3rd, to be precise, 2015. So that means that they cannot have her declared legally dead until July of 2022. That'll be 7 years. Now, that's the hard part. Even though the cops are saying she's dead, but they can't collect any type of benefits off of Crystal unless they would find a body. And there is no body that has been found. So they didn't say what piece of evidence they found, but they did find something on the property. They did not release it. And from everything I've listened to and read, they haven't said what it was. But the FBI is going back and forth. So they won't say what they found. And I'm dying to know if it was a piece of clothing or anything. Because if it was a piece of clothing, but it was, I don't. Now, if it was close to the pond, then maybe we have a problem. And then in October also, so they made 3 big announcements in October, okay? Nick was fired from the Bardstown Police Department. They said he didn't have the right to wear the badge or carry the gun, and they did not want their department to be associated with him. He brought shame to the badge. All of that was said by the chief of police. Okay. And the third thing was, I told you guys, but they announced this in October 2015, that Brooks was their primary suspect in this crime. He was the primary suspect. He was never arrested, never charged, but he was their primary suspect. So this is October. So let me see. Granny, did they have, Granny, you know what? I hear that pigs, especially those big old, what do you call them, hogs, that they can eat a human. They would just dump, oh my God. Oh, thank you. Love you, mama. Love you, love you, love you. But you remember that show? What was that thing we watched? It was some show I watched where they were killing people and they would throw them in a hog pit. I think that was on that could have been a Game of Thrones. Because when he sold his daughter to those people, that could have been a Game of Thrones. Yes. When you throw them in there and they eat them. Yeah. Yeah. But that is true. They can throw a human and cut them up and they can all devour them out there. And I forgot what kind of pigs they're, with those big old hog things with the, with the nausea, those just disgusting. So that's but they made that announcement in October. Then in December, so a Houck family employee, Danny Singleton, was arrested. And why was he arrested? Because he lied to the but yes, so that's him. Oh, Gene, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Gene. I didn't see it. Thank you, Gene. I was busy looking at the picture. No, it wasn't frozen. I was trying to show you Nick's picture. So, and I had him on the wrong spot. So instead of putting him on overlay, I had him on background. So I had to drop myself down. But anyway, he was arrested in 2015 because he lied about his whereabouts on the day that Crystal went missing. That was later dropped to false swearing. He served a year in jail. But you arrested. Yes. Oh, that was the movie, Silence of the Lamb. Okay. No, that was me. I had knocked myself down by mistake. But that is the man. And he lied. So they arrested him. They didn't arrest Brooke. They didn't arrest anybody else, but Brooks is the primary suspect. But he was released early, and he was let off on probation. But he's no longer at the family farm. So maybe they were trying to get some stuff out of him. Maybe they were trying to see if they can get him to turn on everybody. But my whole thing. So what do you guys think? Do we think that Nick is aware of what happened to Crystal? Does anybody? I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Can you see me? Oh my God. But yeah, so this is 2015. We're now in 2021. This is 6 years. They haven't found this woman. There is no idea where this woman happened, where she's at. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where it was. The Silence of the Lamb series. Thank you. Now that's the one that we had on TV with the actress that used to be on As the World Turns with the red hair. Oh, Gene, I can remember those days, girl. I would be at work and I had a research paper that was due or a paper that was due. Jennifer Positivity, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. But I would have papers that are due and I couldn't get started. I would take little notes. That's how I work now. I would take little notes, and then something that hit me, I'll write a little note, and then I combine everything together. One day I was at work and I had a final paper that was due, and they had given us certain titles or certain subjects. So I picked Maersk, the pharmaceutical company. I had no idea about pharmaceutical companies, no idea at all. I was, after all the research and all the drafts and all of the research, I was at work. I was in a meeting. No, I was on a conference call. And I went, oh, shit. I had it. The paper just came to me. As soon as I got off that call, I just started typing my paper at work. I typed about 12 pages. I gave it to like 2 of my coworkers. I gave it to one of the supervisors for the other department, and I gave it to my manager so they can read it, so they can make little notes. Then I went in and I put in my little research on this, on the different statistics that I had found. And to this day, that is the second paper that my professor told me to keep and put in my portfolio. That was not a grammatical error. That was not a pronunciation, nothing. That paper was spotless when I got it back. No notes, no nothing. So yes, Glenda, yes, we're going to get to that. So I'm going to get to that in a few minutes, Glenda. Very good point. So that's where I'm at when I'm writing papers. I just can't do it just sitting there. I have to walk away from it and do other things, and then everything seems to fall into place. So just so you know, in 2016, okay, there were numerous investigations about the form. So his grandmother, what's her name? Anna Whitesides. Anna Whitesides, that's her name. She was being very cooperative with them, with all the searches. She was letting them do whatever they had to do. Then later that month, they served her with a subpoena to speak in front of the grand jury. And guess what she did? She invoked her Fifth Amendment right not to talk. She invoked her Fifth Amendment rights not to talk, which there is nothing wrong with that. That is your right. But normally that's reserved for incriminating yourself, for self-incrimination. That's the way I've always thought of it is, you take the Fifth, just like George Floyd's friend did. He took the Fifth because he was the one that had drugs and he didn't want to say anything that was going to hurt his case that was upcoming, because he was actually here in Houston when they tried to get him to testify. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you, Zelda. You're a gift to you too. You guys are a gift to me. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Yes, they did. So oh my God. Thank you, Zelda Z. I really appreciate that. I really do. You guys just make my day. So I'm getting to Crystal's dad. Okay. So I'm getting to Crystal's dad. So, in June, October 15th, they fired, this was 2015. They fired Nick. They came right out and said that Brooks was the primary suspect. They just laid everything out. They announced that as far as they were concerned, that Crystal was no longer amongst the living. December, they arrested Danny. They said he lied. So then in June, we're searching the family farm. So what I'm trying to figure out is, why did it take you so long? She disappeared July 3rd, 2015. But in June of 2016, you start doing all of these searches. That's almost a year later. Why are you just doing these searches a year later? And I couldn't find any earlier searches. Well, no, yes, I'm right. I couldn't find anything where they were searching any earlier than that. I know they questioned them. They talked to the grandmother. They talked to Nick. They talked to Brooks. Was it his mom or his sister? I forgot who it was. But I can't find anything where they did any searches, any warrants to search anything up until this time. So I'm just like, okay, this is almost a whole year later. Now we've had time to chop her up, to move her, to burn. I'm sorry, that's gross. But we've had time to unearth wherever she was, or throw her in the lake, or, we've had time to do all kinds of things. So were they under surveillance? We don't know. No one is saying whether they were under surveillance or not. So the grandmother was being very cooperative. She was letting them search. She was doing everything to help them to find this woman that was missing. The grandma, all of a sudden, she stopped cooperating. Even after she spoke to refused to speak to the grand jury where she went, but she took the Fifth. Anytime they had to go for searches after that, she wanted a search warrant. You have to have a search warrant to go on her property, which is her right. And guys, people always say, well, if you get an attorney, if you go in for questioning and you get an attorney, that proves you're guilty. No, it does not. No, it doesn't. It just proves that you have the sense of mind to bring someone with you so you don't incriminate yourself. You can go in, you have nothing to do with anything. Just like that young boy in this case with in Wisconsin. He has nothing. I don't believe that he helped his uncle do anything. But they questioned this young man without any parent being in there or any type of legal counsel, even an advocate from children's court to be there to protect his rights. So just because you get an attorney They can think whatever you want to think. I watch all of these dumbass cop shows. I'm sorry. And it's like, oh, well, the fact that he came in with an attorney, that just told us they had something to hide. No, that just told you they had the goddamn sense of mind to get an attorney because they don't want to be involved in this. I watch all of these shows. What is it? Law and Order, Criminal, whatever it is. And you got the crazy detective. He's in the next speaking to the client or to the guy they're interrogating crazy, and a lawyer is sitting right there. That shit does not fly in real life. No lawyer is gonna, yes, Brendan Dassey, thank you so much. No lawyer is gonna let you sit there and throw stuff at his client, talk to his client crazy, and treat him like Drew. That is High Velvet Pixie. That's all for TV. That doesn't happen at all. Not at all. Not at all. So I watch it and I laugh because to me it's like, really? The lawyer is just sitting there and you're acting like this. No. Because Bobby kind of crazy anyway. His daddy was supposed to be a serial killer. I'm talking about Law and Order, Criminal Justice. His daddy was supposed to be a serial killer. His mother was Looney Tunes and everything else. Yep, Scott knew where they were. I do believe that Scott Peterson knew where they were. I really do. Inja's mom. Yes, I do believe he knew where they were because he was so busy pretending he was in Paris talking to his girlfriend that I think he forgot that he had actually did anything to his wife. And I'm saying he did it because he was proven guilty, but now they're trying to say he's not guilty or there might be a thing. So I got to get with John because I really want to do the Scott Peterson thing because that is one debate that I really want to have with him. So anyway, let's get back to this. So 3 months after they did the searches and everything, that was what? Let me make sure. I think I said 3 months. So July, August, September, October. Wait a minute. June. No, it's not 3. Okay. So November 2016, Tommy Ballard, Crystal's dad, was out hunting with his grandson. He was shot and killed. They said he had been being followed for a while. Now, the same white car that was seen there, somebody actually said they saw this white car the night. So that was the grandmother's car. And they gave the make, but they were trying to verify the make and model. But Crystal Rogers' father, Tommy Ballard, was shot and killed early in the morning. He was out with his grandson hunting. This is something they did every year. This is something that the grandson got the phone and called his dad, screaming that his papa had been shot. This man was shot in his chest and he died. Well, of course he did. I said he was killed. Sorry, guys. But I'm just getting this. His grandson is out there with him. These people are crazy. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but it's been all on the news. Tommy's sister, Sherry Barnes. So this is the second time this happened in this family. Tommy's sister, because meaning, well, this is the third time with Tommy. But at the time, it was 2 with Crystal. She disappeared. Sherry Barnes went missing in January 29th, 1979. She was later found shot in the back. Well, she was shot in the back and she was burned. Her husband, Ed Barnes, took a plea deal. So she was killed by her husband. He shot her and burned her. He confessed to it. He took a lesser charge. But the family, now I watched one documentary where her grandfather was still alive, talking about his daughter and how she didn't deserve to do. Hi, Elizabeth. I watched the grandfather talk about how his daughter did not deserve to be murdered like that. Her husband had flipped it. She had wanted a divorce. She wanted out. That is so much tragedy in one family. So much tragedy in one family. You're absolutely correct. So much tragedy in one family. So the sister went missing January 29th, 1979. Crystal went missing July 3rd, 2015. And her father was murdered in 2016. Then we find out, well, of course, we find out the aunt was murdered, but the father was murdered. He was murdered in front of his grandson. In front of his grandson. Shot him in the chest. You tell me there's no corruption somewhere running loose in that town? So I'm just like, and Sherry Ballard and her son, I think his name is Casey. These are some strong people. Strong people. So in 2017, guys, okay, in 2017. So let me just give you a breakdown. So before Crystal's disappearance, okay, before she disappeared, Officer Jason Ellis was shot and killed on May 25th, 2013. Just so you understand, Jason Ellis and Nick knew each other. They worked the same shifts. But they had a big drug problem going on in this little town. Maybe Crystal knew too much. Maybe Crystal knew that Nick and Brooks were involved in all of this. He was shot and killed. This man was on his way home from work. He called in. I heard the 2 a.m. call where he's calling in. He's signing off. Talked to the dispatcher. He's on his way home. He took the exit. There are tree limbs out there, which we find out now that they were laid out there on purpose because they knew he would get out his car and move the limbs out the way. And they shot him right there in the roadway. I think the police chief looks kind of shifty to me. I really do. Then April 21st, 2014, Kathy Niederland and her daughter. Matter of fact, I think I pulled their picture. Let me go look. Kathy Niederland and their daughter. Let me see. I think I pulled their picture. Let me see. I'm going to drop myself down. I'm going to put it up for a second. Oh, I cut her head off. I'm serious. I'm sorry. Let me see if I move it. Hold on. Let me see if I move it to an overlay. Let me see if you guys get a better. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think you get a better look at her. Hold on. There they go. Right there. There's a better look. So there is Kathy and there's her daughter. Okay. She's 16. And her 16-year-old daughter's name is Samantha. She's 16 years old. Kathy is 48. They lived in Bardstown, Kentucky. They were found, shot and killed in their own home. Her father found them on April 22nd because she failed. Now, the mother she either worked or taught at the elementary school there in Bardstown. She worked. She was a special education teacher. I'm trying to remember everything I read. Hold on, guys, real quick. Hold on.
How are y'all doing? Clinton, if you here.
Yes, I heard they were suspicious of the daughter. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I'll see you later, baby. Okay. Wait a minute, guys. Where you going, sister?
I'm going to a place called Prospect Park.
Oh, I know where that's at. Okay. Who you going with?
Myself.
Who you meeting?
A friend of mine.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're not out there by yourself. Yeah. Seriously.
I'm going to meet a friend of mine.
Okay.
Then Nicole and them might come over there.
Okay. Okay, just call and just let us know you're okay. All right, guys. So yes, I have to check my sister stepping out and leaving me.
If you want to come out, call me when you finish your work.
Okay.
I'll have your drink wait.
All right. So yeah, so they thought the daughter, because of the fact, well, they think that the death of Kathy and Kathy and her daughter, they're thinking that it was a gang initiation jump in, or however they call it. I don't know anything about gangs, but they were thinking that the older daughter, had something to do with it. And if you watch the interview with the older daughter, which I did not pull it up, but I think I can. Hold on a second. Let me see. Can I pull this up for you guys really quick? I think I can because I watched it earlier. Kathy Needleman's daughter. They had her father up. They're thinking it was a gang initiation. Hold on. I think I have the one where I have the daughter at. Hold on. Let me make sure. But they're thinking it was a gang initiation. And it's just weird. This one little small town has had all of these murders in a span of years. So that's what shocks me. So let me see if I can get this. I have it. I'm just letting the commercial play real quick. I don't want you guys to hear the commercial.
Go far.
Hold on. Let me see. Is this the news one? Yep. Crime news. Yes. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen with you guys so you can see it. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay, share screen. Kathy. Okay, here we go. Pull that up.
She was very witty. She was very adventurous.
So that's the older daughter right there.
She would tell you just how she felt, whether you liked it or not. Bright future in front of her, and she could have done or been anything she wanted to be. My name is Tasha Thomas, and my sister Brooklyn Farthing has been missing since June 22nd.
Oh, that's Brooklyn. Sorry. So this is Barstow too. She went missing. That's not Kathy.
But Brooke had already made plans to stay at the party that evening, and she caught a ride with two other guys. I don't feel that she would have left with them if she didn't feel comfortable with them. The house on Dillon Court was in a small subdivision. It was weird that they had went back there because the house was actually in foreclosure. There was no electric, no water, anything hooked up at the time. From there, she started texting other friends. Jared, her ex-boyfriend, agrees to come pick her up after he gets off work around 6 o'clock. She must have started getting scared. She started sending him texts like, to hurry up, I'm scared. Can you hurry up? Can you hurry up?
So she disappeared too,
Really
and I didn't cover her.
Our suspicion.
I was trying to find Kathy.
No one else knew of this party. So Paige calls me and she says that friends have tried calling her. We don't know where she's at. So I said, well, who did she go home with? Where did she stay last night? He was really polite. He was like, yes, ma'am. She caught a ride with me. He tells me about them going. And
Okay, so that's another mystery. I was trying to find the one with the daughter that they thought had actually killed her mother and her sister. So I'm going to have to find that one for you guys. But yeah, this is a small town with a bunch of murders going on, and everybody's thinking that it's all because of the drug dealings that is going on in that town. Well, I gotta make sure she's gonna be okay. Yes, Glenda, it's on Oxygen and it's also on Peacock. So if you guys have Peacock, you can catch it on Peacock. There are no commercials at all on the Peacock one. On Oxygen, there are commercials. Peacock, I haven't ran into any commercials at all. So what they're thinking is that the murder of Officer Jason Ellis, Tommy Ballard, Sherry and Kathy, they've gotten a special team together to look into these murders. And I didn't even hear about this young lady right here, so I'm gonna have to look into her. But Kentucky Special Prosecutor Commissioner Rick Sanders, he's hired 2 retired troopers and to handle a handful of unsolved crimes. And part of those are going to be Crystal Rogers, Tommy Ballard, Officer Jason Ellis, and the brutal murders. Well, these murders were brutal, and I'm going to tell you why I say Kathy and Samantha's murders were brutal. The bodies were discovered by her father, like I told you, but I swore her daughter had found them, but she went to the house after the fact. According to the death certificate, and I'm not showing it, Kathy was shot multiple times. That's the mother. She was shot multiple times, and Samantha had been bludgeoned in the head, and they both had sustained knife wounds to the necks. So they were shot. Well, Kathy was shot, and she was stabbed, and Samantha was bludgeoned, was beaten in the head, and she was stabbed in the neck. So does that sound like an initiation to you guys? Normally, all the drug stuff I see on TV when they're doing these jumping initiations and stuff, they're shooting people and jumping back in the car. It's called a jump in or jump out. I can't remember. I'm not a criminal, so I don't know. But, they jump out. They tell them, go rob somebody. Oh, here's what you have to do to become a member. I need you to go over there and rob this old lady and take her purse. You go, you do it. You got to come back and show proof. So if you're doing a jump off or a jump in or whatever the hell it's called, wouldn't you have somebody with you? And isn't that kind of messy to shoot somebody, then stab them? That's a lot of blood. Then you're going to bludgeon somebody in the head, and then you're going to cut their throat. And they were tied to, thank you, Glenda, they were tied to the chairs too. Yes. So, but who does that? If you're going in and you're doing an initiation into a gang. But her sister wasn't involved with drugs. They said she was very quiet. The mother was a special education teacher. So what am I missing here? But they're saying they're all tied together. So Officer Ellis, Jason Ellis, he worked with Nick. He worked on this drug task force that they were doing too. So do you think that maybe they found out that Nick was there? But how does Sherry and Kathy tie into all of this? Because they're thinking that all of this is connected. Now I can see Officer Ellis, he worked with Nick. Nick might be into the drug trade. He's a cop. You saw him laid back and cocky, no concern. His uniform shirt open, his white t-shirt underneath, and he's laying back like he's out after work having a beer or laying on the sofa watching a football game. Ooh, Omaha, Nebraska. Glenda, yes, you do. Yes, he failed the lie detector test. I showed that earlier, and and they were asking, now the investigator with the bald head that was talking with him, the lie, they were going over his lie test and everything. I showed that video. Nick is cocky. Matter of fact, guys, let me show you this one more time. Let me show you how cocky this little bastard is, because he is very cocky. Let me show you Nick real quick. He's very, very cocky. And I'm gonna get y'all a vacuum cleaner. Let me get you Nick. So let's see. Kathy, where is Nick? Nick. Here we go. Let me get you, Nick. There is Nick.
You talk about being irritated in there. Tell me some of the things. Yeah,
I'm not rehashing all this. I'm just.
No.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine.
I'm just not wasting this. We're here talking.
Listen, I don't know nothing about this. Nothing at all, and I had nothing to do with it. I don't know anything.
Well,
If I had something to tell you, I would tell you. She's got kids.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Why do you think we're here?
Okay, look, I don't know nothing.
Well, something.
Not even something insignificant.
Clear that up for me. What you just, because I said, why would you be less than candid with me the other day reading the grand jury? You said, why was that? Because I was irritated. Okay.
Well, being irritated and being put in front of 12 people and accused of stuff like this, I mean, you're going to forget things and not be able to speak as well as you normally would. I mean, there's more to it than you're saying.
Well, that's what I'm asking. That's exactly what I'm asking.
Some of those things you can't explain. I'm not going to sit here and try to explain.
Take your time to relax. Look, as I said, my hero working for you. If there's stuff to explain it. I will take all day with you to fix it.
And if we take all that, to go through all this, I mean,
Brother, you're not getting it. It's all right. Give me something else sketch if you want. Just explain to me what your concerns are.
I'm not going there.
Look at him. He's relaxed, isn't he?
I'm not going there. Okay?
Well, it's not okay for me.
Well, I mean,
look at what we're dealing with here. We're talking about a potential murder of an individual or an accidental death, right?
And if I do anything, I would help you.
No,
But I
we're going to.
I know where you're going with this, man.
Where am I going?
You're going to just bring all this stuff with that crystal. You need to,
No.
No, go ahead.
I told you I wouldn't go this whole read technique stuff with you. What I'm talking about just is what you just said about explaining it to me so I can understand where you're coming from. You don't have to go through the whole life's history unless you want to. You said that you were irritated and there's things you don't know, man. That's what you said to me. Help me to understand what some of those things are that I don't understand. That would then make me understand the reason for this. There can be explanations, is my point.
Yeah, I mean, just this whole process,
Talking
starting from
about
the chief and going down. I'm not going to do that.
But you said there's things
If
I don't
this
know.
be shown to him, he'll be irritated, and then he'll be watched. I'm not doing that. It's that simple. I mean, either
What do you mean? I'm not
you
understanding.
ought to be following me, man. If you're sharp as, if you work for the, you ought to be following me. Okay?
Talk to me like a kid then.
No, I'm not. Okay?
I'm giving you every opportunity.
Now, do you see this man, right? His brother's girlfriend is missing. She is missing. And he is laid back, no care in the world. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. This man is sick in the head. Yep, that was Nick. And Nick knows. Nick knows exactly what happened. They found, the calls between him and his brother. He doesn't remember what happened that night. You are a police officer. You can't recall what happened the night that you supposedly saw your brother and his girlfriend at the family farm. You don't know what happened. He's not, to me, it's like he's being a smart ass. It's like, look, I got my badge on, I got my shield on, but you didn't keep it on for long. You are a disgrace to law enforcement. Yes, he is a disgrace. And the way he was talking, I don't know nothing. Who's going to get irritated? He said his brother was going to get irritated. You mean your brother's not upset because his girlfriend's missing? His brother's going to get irritated. And it's a whole big mess. And then it's going to be a whole big mess. Really? Really, Nick? And you swore that you would protect and serve. Not just your brother. You would protect and serve the people that you were in charge of protecting and serving. I do believe the brother did something to her. I do believe the brother killed her, and he helped him along. But I don't think Danny helped him. Danny looked more like an alcoholic to me, and he probably couldn't remember what happened. He probably got times mixed up, but I think by them arresting him, they would try to scare them. So that's what I think. Okay, so here's what they said about the bodily fluids in the trunk. So during the special investigation that Sherry Ballard and her son, Casey Ballard, had done, they found what they thought were blood drops on the carpet in the trunk of Crystal's car. And this was like a few years after her disappearance. So they tested different spots, and the spot that had the biggest amount, They cut that out. And that's on the special on Peacock and the one they're running on Oxygen. After a lot of investigation, after a lot of testing and trying to extract DNA to trying to determine what the fluid was, they could not determine if it was blood, and there was no DNA that they can extract from that. So that's what that was. And I made notes on that. And I discussed that earlier when they talked about finding the car. Let me go back because I had my little sticky things that I made notes on about certain things. Where was it? So yes. So it was months later that they did, well, it was like years, but months. It's like 16, 17 months. They had an independent investigation team out there. You guys see him. He's a retired detective along with the other chick. They go out and do cold cases, and they went in with their special investigation team with the experts in DNA. They went, got the, they went to Crystal's car. They did some they did little testing. They found some stuff. They found it was reacted. It could be blood. It could have been blood. But they said after they did all the testing from that swatch they took out of her trunk, there was no blood and no DNA found. That's what was reported on that special. Hi, Dion. So, so now 2017 is when we come in. We've already been in 2017. So we're going to get into 2017 with Brooke's girlfriend. Now, I don't know. I haven't looked yet to see if they're still together, to be honest, but I know there was Brooke's girlfriend was going around stealing all of the signs about Crystal. She was going around stealing all of the signs in town and destroying them. This was late July of 2017. Her name is oh my God. Funny name, Crystal Maupin, Maupin. And she was arrested. She was stealing any sign she saw that was in support of the family that had been that was scattered anywhere around Bardstown. Yep, she admitted to stealing the signs. She was ordered to write an apology. She had to write an apology. That's all. She had to write an apology. What about the money that this family paid for all those signs? What about the money? Yes, her name was Crystal as well. Oh my God, he married her this past weekend. Glenda, do you want to come up? I can drop the link. Wait a minute. Oh my God. Hold on. Glenda, I just dropped the link. If you want to come up, you don't have to show your face at all. You can just come up and hit the link. See, I went up to 2017, and I was going to take us into 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. But then it gets a little bit in detail because then you got to sit there. You got to do with the FBI investigation and everything. Oh, you don't have to be dressed. You don't have to put your camera on. So let me tell you, you come backstage, you need to put your camera and your audio on when you come into the studio. Once you get into the studio, hit the button that says stop cam. That way your face will not be shown on camera. But oh my God, Glenda. Cover up. We won't look. That's all you have to do. But in order for StreamYard to work, you have to allow the camera and the mic. And no one's going to see you until I bring you up. So you won't be seen. But once you get backstage, you look at your laptop or your phone, and there's a little thing that says stop cam. Okay, well, next time you have to come up. But I'm going to have, wait a minute, let me go look. Since she said it, hold on. Brooks Houck, hold on. Marriage. Let me look. Oh my God. I didn't know if they were still together or not. Okay, there is nothing. I see the birth. I see the announcement of the birth of their son on October 6, 2012. I don't see anything about his marriage. Okay, so I know they were looking at the subdivision. Well, that's what we're going to discuss too. But I don't see any announcement about his wedding. Yeah, so we're going to get into Crystal Rogers' daughter's interview as well. I don't see anything. Huh. No, I don't see anything about his wedding at all. Yep, if he gets arrested, she doesn't have to testify. And that's what I was thinking. Because if he married her this weekend, guys, the FBI is turning over. I mean, they're turning over shit. They're doing the subdivision that Brooks and his mother built. They are digging up. They are going, and because of the bad weather this past weekend, it was a delay in their investigation and search, but they were supposed to resume after this bad weather went by, which we're not going to get into that. But I'm telling you, the FBI is front and center. They have taken over this case from the Nelson County Sheriff's Office. They have taken it over. And they've been on this since, 2020, latter part of 2019. So I don't know what has happened. What has had this investigation jump the way it has? Because it was laid dormant for like 2017. Nothing too much was done. Little bit was done in 2018, but everything started popping in 2019. I guess because of, well, it couldn't be the pandemic. The pandemic started later on during that year. Well, the first signs was like December, then 2020, January, February, March, it got bad, shut everything down. So maybe that's why they've had time to look over this case. I don't know. But the FBI is now front and center involved with this case. And they are searching. They have, Glenda, do you know if they ever, I know Sherry's mother wanted them to drain that pond. And I don't know if they ever drained that pond, but Crystal Rogers' daughter has done several interviews about what it's like not being with her mom or not knowing what happened to her mom. Got to remember, she had 5 kids. 5 kids. So the baby was born in 2012, October 2012. His mother disappeared July 3rd, 2015. He hadn't even turned 3 years old yet. 6 years ago. So now what, he's 8, 9, no mother. You want me? I'll go in and help him. But no, so I just saw a picture of the little boy, but I didn't want to show him at all. And I won't show his face. To me, he's still a kid. He doesn't need his face plastered on social media. I mean, that's just my feelings about it. I don't know what. Glenda, do you have any idea if he's aware the fact that Crystal Rogers is his mother, not Crystal Maupin or Maupin? I mean, because that town, your town has to be divided. Your town has to be divided. It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys, or Romeo and what is it? The Romeos, whatever, Romeo and Juliet. That town has to be divided. You got people that admire Tommy Ballard, his whole family. Then you have people that are dependent upon the Houcks. So you have a town that is probably split down the middle. Yeah, he's kept that child away from Sherry. Yes, he has. She lost her battle. she lost the battle in court to have custody, visitation of her grandson, because they said due to the hostility between the families. So there is no, she can't even see that child, and it's sad. But he has siblings. He has brothers and sisters. He has other siblings, and now the dad has a new child. So how do you keep, it's a small town. They're all going to go to the same damn school. I don't know, but Glenda, I would really love to hear your input. I mean, I told you yesterday to send me an email, and I don't know if you did or not. You can send me an email to HeidiYouTube@USA.com, and then you and I can talk after that. But it is sad. But we will do part 2 on. We're gonna do part 2 on Friday next week. And we're going to go from 2018 to what's going on, well, as much as I can give you of 2021, because there's a lot that's been going on in 2021. So we're probably going to go from 18 to 2020, and then we'll just start fresh with 2021, and that'll be that ongoing series. But Tuesday, we're going to do the Murdaugh murders. I don't know if Alex is okay or not yet. But no, he's talking. So maybe he's telling them who shot him, because he was talking. So maybe he knows who shot him. But the dad, so the son was found murdered by the barn. The brother was awaiting sentencing or awaiting trial for the murder of one of his friends that was involved in a boating accident that he was driving straight up drunk. He was waiting trial or waiting to be sentenced. I forgot my notes. When I'm telling you, I got notes all over the place on this case. And I'm also working on some processes and procedures for somebody. So I'm just, y'all think my day is full. So I'm also writing processes and procedures for people. Okay. So my day is full, but I have notes on this case. And I printed them out. I'm taking notes and everything else. I type them up as I think about them. Then I scratch through and I make my notes on everything. So we will be doing the Murdaugh case on Tuesday. Also Tuesday at 12:15, we have my new thing, Cut to the Chase. We're going to do that. I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be back on Monday to see you guys. Okay, so what do you guys think? How was the presentation? How was it? Did I miss any details? Did I fumble? I know I fumbled over something. I'm trying to remember everything in my damn head. And because I have it I have it after I get the dates and I get the time frames of everything, I keep reading my notes and I keep putting it in my head on how did stuff fall. Hi, baby. How are you? Thank you. I appreciate you coming, dear Yvette. I love you. I love you. But yeah, so we have so we did 2015 through 2017. Thank you, Velvet. I love you, Crazy Cat Mama. You know that. But Glenda, I would love to pick your brain because I have some thoughts. You know, I would love to have a conversation with you. I really would. And I didn't do the PowerPoint thing, but I think for 2021, because I do have it, I have been putting it in PowerPoint presentation form because it's a lot. And I'm trying to organize my thoughts, which I haven't formatted it. I just laid it out on that timeline the way I was working it. So I think that presentation, because it's a lot of subpoenas, it's a lot of searches, and I don't think I can keep all of that clear in my head. But I'm going to tell you that anything I've shown it. Thank you, Stacy, so much for the super chat. Any links that I've shown you tonight, any videos that I've shown you, I have the links in the description. You can click on them and you can go watch the full thing. The longest one I think is going to be with with Nick Houck, but I only showed you his his discussion about his lie detector test. I also have his interview there as well in the description. You did a wonderful job. I absolutely love watching you. Everyone here are respect. Thank you so much, Stacy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We try to be. We try to be. But anyway, any videos that I've shown you or snips or clips or whatever, I put the links into my description on the video, so that way you're able to go back and click for yourselves and view the whole thing, because some of it is just too long, and I'm not showing you a 44-minute long video. I'm not doing that. I've watched it. I give you a synopsis, but you can go back yourself and watch the body languages and everything that these people have. You can also go watch the full interview they did with Brooks. I also have the video with his mother there, but I will be showing snips of that next week. I also have a video with his dad as well. We're going to be looking at that next week. So we know that Tommy is no longer with us, but you know, the investigation, a lot of the stuff they're doing now is because of the work that Tommy did before his death. So I am just really, really, and I'm trying to, the case has always intrigued me. And you know what other case really intrigued me? It's the one with the little boys, when the daddy blew up the house. I can't remember her name, but that case has intrigued me. They've never found her. They were supposed to have gone camping, but it was freezing cold that night. And she was supposed to be home because she had to go to work that morning. And he wanted to take the boys camping. And she came up missing. The grandparents got custody of the child. And, you know, but he had visitation rights. And the social worker took the kids to visit him. On Peacock, honestly, start with the third episode. Start with the third one, because I'm going to pick up basically around that time frame. So it's a 6-part series. It's a 6-part series. If you need the background, start with one. You know, but if not, start with the third one, and that'll bring you up to where we're going to be at. But yeah, it'll be the third one. And that's when all the investigations and stuff start happening. And it's right at the time when Tommy is shot. So, and then they start talking about Officer Ellis. So yeah, start at the third one. Thank you. I like to spend my Fridays with you too, but this Friday was crazy. But anyway, I want all of you guys, you know, I can't think of the name of the case. When the daddy was a pervert, he thought the daughter-in-law was in love with him, and both sisters, one sister was on his brother's wife's side, and the other sister was on her daddy's side. The daddy was taking videos of young girls and taking cameras of young girls in different stages of undressing. He had a lot of child porn. He got arrested. He served time. He came out. And right after he came out, he died. I can't think of the name of the case, but trust me, I'm going to find it, because that's the house where the little boys were blown up in. The social worker went to the door. He grabbed the boys in the house, slammed the door on the social worker. She gets on the phone calling 911, and the person on the phone didn't even know the case. And the way he was talking, he should have damn lost his job. So, hi, 40 ounce. How are you? But yes, so we're having a great weekend, 40. You got to catch this one from the beginning. It's so nice to see you. But yes, guys, so please, if you're not familiar with Crystal Rogers, look her up. I know Glenda is. Look at what's been going on. Look at her mother. Look at her brother. Look at her kids. They are miserable. We know that lady is gone. She didn't run off. She didn't go somewhere to be with somebody else. They did something to her, and I will say it, in my opinion, Brooks killed her. Yes, Brooks, I'm calling you. I'm saying you killed her. In my opinion, not allegedly, but in my opinion, you cannot sue me for my opinion. Okay, guys, I will see you all later. I want to thank you for coming. I think John said he might do a late night live. I'm not sure, but I know me. I'm going to go. You hear my voice is going. I'm tired. I'm going to go take a nice hot bath, and I'm going to get in. Hi, Laura. I'm sorry you're late too. I am checking out. Thank you, Jean. I would love to help you work on your paper. Look, I would love to help you work on your paper. I wrote a lot of papers for my sister. Matter of fact, I think she and I got that master's degree she has. Yes, I'm going to go take a nice hot bath, not a shower. I'm going to soak with some lavender, and I'm going to go to bed. But I want to say thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for my new membership. Thanks for the subs. Don't forget, Monday, guys, it's going to be our first meeting for our book club. Susan, I know you said your book won't be here till later, but just go up and look at a synopsis. We're gonna go through, get to familiarize ourselves with the characters, and then we're gonna decide as a team, or you guys can tell me how you want to do the book club, how you want it to work, how you want it to run. So that'll be up to you guys. That's what we're going to do. So you tell me how you want it, and that's what we're going to do. This is not just for me. This is for the members. And I want to show appreciation. I'm going to start doing a lot more things for the members too. We're going to have special little things that we're going to do, no matter, and I have to do things with different tiers. And I look at the, I look at the number on what tiers. So I kind of got an idea of what to do, but still, I'm working on it. I want to keep you guys happy. I want to keep you guys here. I hope to grow my channel more and more. And I don't want to lose that personal touch that I have with all of you guys, because I like seeing you, and I like to see you in different chats. When I see you in different chats, I say hi. I know Rabbit went live tonight, and I'm sorry I'm not in there, but I had already scheduled my live. So I just want to, matter of fact, she was going live at 6:30, so it should have been 6:30 my time. So yeah, I missed her live, but I would definitely go back and watch it right now. So I want to say, well, I'm going to watch it while I'm in the tub. I'm going to put it on. I'm not going to watch it. Yes, Laura. Yeah, you have to be a member to join the book club. Because see, part of being a member is you have to do special things for members. And I think the book club is nice. We're going to do a lot of things for members only. And, I might just do members only videos. Well, I am going to do members only videos. Then once that, after the members, after about a week or maybe 3 days, I'm going to release them, but at least they get to see stuff first. I need to start doing more of that for my members. So I'm looking at different plans. I've been working on different things. I've been talking to several people as far as what to do for members, looking at little things for the members. So that's what we're working on. I'm just trying to work through a plan here, and I have a pretty good plan going on, but I appreciate all of my members, all of my subs, but certain things I have to limit to those that pay to be a part of the channel. And with that I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody, and I don't want you guys to think that. Okay. So, but just like we're doing now, we have these open chats, but with the members only, it's a close-knit group. They come up in one group. We can actually put everybody on panel. So, we can just have a nice group discussion. We're going to see about this first meeting for the book club. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to move the book club to a Zoom meeting that we can still have on StreamYard. So I'm looking at all those different things. Blue Velvet Pixie. Thank you. And I know we appreciate it. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing things that include my members and not to exclude all of the subs, but you have to show special things for your members because they're taking the time out and they are contributing to your channel. They're contributing to what you do. They help with the monthly StreamYard. That money goes towards that. They help with new equipment. Those are, the people that sit there and promote you, and they sit there and they believe in you enough to become a member on your channel. So, I mean, everybody, look at Jean. Thank you. But I'm just saying, no problem. But I just want you guys to know that every single one of you, I don't want to do any type of chats unless it's something that I don't want, like I might be able to get slammed for. That's going to be members only. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a tell-all, and it's going to be members only. I'm serious. I'm going to do a tell-all, and that will be members only. And the reason I'm going to put it on members only is because I don't want it sitting out on YouTube where everybody can grab it and everything else. So that'll be on members only. What I did with John Yates' lawsuit, I did a general, and then I turned it to a members only. Matter of fact, I might do one, then turn it into a members only, but just in case the members didn't see it. But I'm working on a plan for my members, and just to show them my appreciation. I have Crazy Cat Mama that helps me out. She comes up with great ideas. I have Not Today Satan, who comes up with wonderful ideas as well. So trust me, they go, I have an idea. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. Anybody knows me, you can pitch anything to me. We can click through it. If I agree, I agree. If I think, well, maybe we should change it up a little bit, that's what I do. So, but anyway, I appreciate every one of you guys. Katie is now going to be with us on Saturdays for our Love After Lockup. And when she's able to jump in with me and Debbie, after she finished her class, she'll jump in with us sometimes on Thursdays and Friday. Even after we do true crime on Friday, I think I'm still going to do a late night chat where it's just going to be an open chat for everybody to come in and just give their opinion, or we can do a Q&A and you can throw questions at me and see where they stick or where they land. I like doing stuff like that. I like getting to know people in my chat. So, and most of you guys have reached out to me on IG. They will send me an email and, I get back to you guys. So, but anyway, my voice, you hear it, is going. I have to go to bed. Matter of fact, I need to go to the store and pick up me some more lavender because I have the peach, grapefruit. I don't want that. I want lavender. I want sleepy time lavender. So again, I love each and every one of you. Thank you all for the super chats, for the cash apps, and for all that you do. And even just the little comments that you send to me. Oh, Jean, you look, Jean, see my earrings, Jean? You are always welcome to come on. You love my bracelets? Oh my God. So let me take this down. So this one is going to be Pandora. So this one is from my son. He fills it up with charms. Okay. This is Pandora, and he bought me like 5 or 6, see all of those are Pandoras. This one is from my baby. So this is James Avery, and he adds charms to those too. I need merchandise. I know. If you have ideas, we were looking at wine glasses, but I think the wine glasses, that's why I'm counting the membership, and I'm trying to see how to do this. Then I was looking at the T-shirts. There's coffee mugs. There's the shorter wine glasses. We're looking at all kinds of options. But I'm trying to see what to do. Jean, if you have other ideas, please. I was looking at the mask. I was looking at all kinds of stuff. We are actually looking at everything. And if you guys have ideas, yeah, but T Public, you can do it. So I need to go look. I'm definitely going to go look because I definitely want to do that. So Crazy Cat Mom and I were looking at a bunch of stuff the other day. I get ideas from Not Today Satan as well. So I am just having, I'm just having like a brain fart right now. But we have, we were looking at the glasses. We were looking at, it was some other stuff that Crazy Cat Mama was sending to me. Some places it may be worth just to order it. I sent them the logo, which will be the logo up here. But I'm gonna get with Debbie. I like the logo, but maybe I ought to take the black from around the outside. So, but then it won't be the logo without it. So, hi Lisa. Please catch the repeat. So yes, I'm looking at merchandise. I really want to grow my channel. Right now, we're coming close to 2K. I want to keep growing. I want to keep moving forward. I want to keep doing what we do. I'm working on a lot of things and to push us in that direction. So that's what I want to do. So if you guys like what I do, you like what I see, please share the videos, get us some subscriptions. Look, get us some more subs. Let's do this. And when I was, I had 100, 200, 300. I still try to be very personable with everybody. I still try to show you guys messages. A lot of people tell me I shouldn't show messages because that's what super chats are for. But if you're having a conversation and you look and you see somebody has a point they're making, why would you ignore it? Yep, my international JG, my Canadian girl. Oh my God. So I'm just trying to figure out what works best, like the best times to do different things. That's why you see me come on sometimes. I go weird times. I'm trying to see the best times to come on and to do things. So I'm just playing around, but I know some people are back at work and thank you, Katie. You just saying that. You don't mean that, but no, I love me some Katie. She was, when she reached out to me, I was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, so she has been great. What did Jean say? Are you kidding me? Girl, don't say that. I might have a target on my back. Don't do that. Don't do. I try to be honest, I try to be, but sometimes, some people ask you stuff, you got to tell the truth and they might not want to hear it. But anyway, I'm going to be me. And I'm not going to allow any disrespect in my chat. And, I know, and I'm going to say, you guys are very respectful to people that come on the panel. Every once in a while, you may have an issue, but I do not like drama in the chat. I don't like people going at each other in the chat. I don't like people coming after my guests that are on the panel, whether you like them or not. They're on my panel, so that means they deserve respect. Or not respect. If you don't have anything to say, don't say anything at all. You know what I mean? So if you don't like somebody, you don't have to watch them. But when I invite somebody on my panel, I invite them on my panel because I want to hear what they have to say. And that's just me. So if I don't like something that somebody else is saying on their panel, I don't go. I don't listen. I don't go in their room. I don't care what goes on. So that's just me. That's just me. And I tell you, people like, oh, did you see so-and-so? No, I didn't. If I see I don't go in there, I don't go in there. I don't. I don't care. Now, if they're talking about me, it depends. I might have to go take a listen. But then again, I don't care because they don't know me. So I don't go. I don't care. Nothing they say about me make me, break me, or anything else. So I don't care. Yep, see no evil, hear no evil. But, you know, every once in a while, that knock, you keep getting that knock. They keep shaking that foundation. You got to answer. So I try my best not to answer, because when I answer, I come with facts and nothing but facts. And I'm not insinuating. I'm not going to give you suggestions. I'm going to give you pure facts. And that's it. But again, guys, love you. I will see you on Monday. I will be back on Monday, guys. Be safe. Have a happy, happy, happy Labor Day weekend. Enjoy your family. Do some barbecue. When y'all eating barbecue, think about me, please. I would love some barbecue, but no, I'm not leaving my house. Love you guys all. See you soon. Good night.